What's going on, new dads? My name is John. I am the owner, the founder, the starter, whatever you want to call it, of this channel, New Dads. It's a channel for new fathers, expectant fathers, and anybody with a soft spot for new dads. So if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. And today I want to talk about leave, paternity leave especially. I've been on paternity leave. This is day 6 for me, and for me to take leave off work, it was really confusing. And so I want to break down what I've learned so far about what it is to take paternity leave, what is FMLA versus PFL, and it's just super confusing, and I just want to break it down for you, at least as a primer. This is meant to be for like, if you're just starting to dig into the research. I will definitely link some resources below. So without further ado, here we go. Let me start with the federal program. So the federal program, if you're anywhere in the United States, is FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act. And basically what that stands for, or what that does for you as a new dad, as an expectant dad, is it gives you up to 12 weeks of leave, job protection, job protected leave, right? So you can have confidence that, you know, once you come back from your leave, that you'll have a job at your company. And this is for companies over size 50, so over 50 employees. And you have had to stay at your job for at least 1 year before taking this FMLA. All right, so that's pretty much what FMLA does for you. It doesn't pay for anything. It doesn't cover, it doesn't pay your salary or a percentage of your salary. All it does is it protects your job. And by the way, not even your job, your exact job, but it protects your job in the company, but it may not be the exact same job. It may be, you know, some similar job, if that makes any sense. So, you know, if you're a program manager, you might come back as a program manager, but under a different product, whatever the needs are at the time when you come back. So again, that's up to 12 weeks of job protection, not paid, not money, right? So it just guarantees your job. Now, if you're in the state of California, like I am, you pay a lot of taxes, and part of the reason why you pay a lot of taxes is for this, for disability, right? And under the disability, there is a clause for fathers. It's called PFL, Paid Family Leave. I guess it's not just for fathers, but I'm telling you the father version of it. And under PFL, Paid Family Leave, that basically allows you to get a percentage of your salary, and that percentage is based on a number of different factors. It goes into a formula, but it's about 2/3 of your salary. So it's about 66%. It could be 60, it could be 75, but it's about 2/3. So if you're trying to calculate, trying to make ends meet, it's about 2/3. That's a good estimate. And again, I'll link everything in the description below. Now, for this PFL, you don't have to have been at your job for 1 year. You can take this as soon as you have your child. However, note that you basically got to separate job protection and basically pay money, right? So if you just start a new job, you're 3, 4, 5, 6 months in, and you want to take paternity leave, you can still keep getting paid by the state of California. This is only for California, but your job is not guaranteed when you come back. So you're gonna have to, you know your situation best. Talk to your manager, and if you have a good trusting relationship, let them basically talk to your manager and ask them if your job is going to be available when you get back. Things change during paternity leave and maternity leave, right? Parents decide to stay full-time with their kid, or switch jobs, whatever. So your situation best. My intention for this video is just basically to break down PFL, paid family leave, or I think it's paid family leave or parental family leave, with FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act. So that's basically the takeaway. FMLA protects your job. PFL pays for your leave while you're out. PFL is up to 6 weeks. You don't have to take it all at once. I think you do have to take it at least, though, in chunks of 1 week at a time. What I ended up doing is, right now I am in my first 2-week chunk, and then in about 3 months I'm going to take another, the rest of the 4 weeks. And for what it's worth, my opinion is take it. You know, it is 2/3 of your pay, but it is, you know, 6 weeks that you're never gonna basically get back with your newborn. So, you know, especially if you've been at your employer for at least a year, you can couple this FMLA with the PFL. You basically protect your job and get paid 2/3 of your salary for bonding with your child. To me, that's a no-brainer. You can supplement the other 1/3 with savings or with, you know, paid time off, PTO or sick time. So I highly encourage you to do it. Hopefully that helped you out. And then there's, I guess last but not least, is there's this 1-year period, right? It's kind of weird. You have to, for this FMLA, you have to have been there for at least a year at your job, and you have to take it before your kid turns 1. So it's kind of hard to explain, but my situation, for example, I started working at my job on January 1st, or it was January 8th, but whatever, January 1st, and my kid was born on October 2nd. And so I was not at my job for a year, so I had to wait 2 months before I could basically take this FMLA, this family medical leave, or I don't know if you take it or if you know, enroll under it or whatever, you exercise it. But anyways, so in January right now, I'm taking my first 2 weeks of FMLA. And so basically for me, what that means is I have until October this year, I have 10 more months to participate in FMLA, which kind of sucks, right? Because I don't get the full, you know, 12 months. And so, you know, if you're basically the time before you start your new job to the time your baby is born, you want that to be as far as possible, right? Because let's say if you start your job in January and then you have your kid in March, well, you're gonna have to wait till January to take your FMLA, and then you're gonna only have 2 months to take the 6 weeks. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't, feel free to comment below. I'm happy to clarify for you, or make a follow-on video, or just, you know, reach out to you, you know, on email. But I think that's it. I have my notes here, covered PFL. Oh yeah, I want to just offer you a pro tip if you're in California. I had a friend do this and I thought it was pretty smart. My friend works at a company that it's a very small company. I think it's less than 10 people, and his company couldn't afford to have him leave for 6 weeks. And so basically what my friend did is he had a good relationship with the employer, and he said, well, essentially, can I double dip? I don't know if this is legal or not, so keep this under the radar. But essentially, my friend asked his employer, like, hey, since I'm not going to be able to take it, could you still pay my salary, but could I double dip? You know, could I get paid by the state, and could I get paid by you, the employer? And his employer said, no, that's fraud. However, if you because we need you here in the office, if you want to ask for a bonus for the 6 weeks, we can give you a bonus. We won't pay you a salary, but we'll give you a bonus worth the 6 weeks, and you can get paid time off by the state. So take that if you think it's valuable. It's a great way to, you know, earn double your income. If it's a small office, if you have a good relationship with your employer, that's a great way to work the system. Hope this was beneficial to you. Again, I'll link everything below. Just keep in mind, FMLA is your job protection, PFL is your paycheck, 66% of your income. You have to have been there for a year. If you want to overlap these two, basically just wait a year until you've been at your employer for a year, and you have to take it before your child turns 1. Hope it was helpful. My name is John. Make it a great day. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and yeah, make it a great day. Bye.